To meet you. I am new to your channel.
Uh-oh.
So, just kind of following along. So, I've
First
just
off,
with the whole,
let's start with this. What's your name?
my name's Susan.
Hi,
Hey, Susan.
Susan. How old are you?
I'm 30.
All right. What you got for me?
So, I'm 30 and I have two kids. So, I'm single. I have two kids from a previous relationship. So, I was kind of trying to rate myself, but I am still like very like young, active. I have a lot to offer. I make great money. I have good, well behaved children. And I am in LA dating. And I just find dating in LA so hard. So I actually don't have like a problem like meeting like what you call like high profile men, like men or
You
high
just got a problem
value.
getting a husband.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because you got two
I
kids.
so it's just the two kids
No,
thing. Like
it's not just.
You just went through a
It's not
rant.
just. It's big. I mean, you're 30 years old and all this career stuff. But how many different fathers?
one.
Okay. How come you and he didn't get married?
I was so young when I was in that relationship. So I met
Okay.
him when
How
I
old is
was
your
so
oldest
young.
child?
10.
How old is your youngest?
7.
So you were 23. That's
When
not
I
young.
had my daughter, yeah. So my kid's father, he was older than me.
But
And
listen to what I'm about to say. You were younger. You were old enough to make babies.
yeah.
First one at 20, even though I'm not okay with it, you can let it slide. But the second one, man, that's a choice. Why didn't
Yeah.
you?
No, we were in the like I was with him for like 6 or 7 years.
But you weren't his wife, and that's a
No.
difference.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So if you let me explain it to you, I'll try. You're a
Okay.
woman that was with a man for 6 or 7 years, and you gave him the highest honor a woman can give any man on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
You gave him children. You gave him not only one, you gave him two. And yet you did not require him to even bestow the title of a wife upon you. So you go back out into the market, older, with two children, you expect someone in that market
To respect you.
to accept you older and bestow the title of wife upon you? That's how men look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. And then being in LA, one of the most competitive markets for women in the world.
Yeah.
Competition is stiff out there. I'll be there in a couple of weeks. Beautiful
Well, I
woman on every
wouldn't
corner.
say like so I do meet great men. I don't think it's hard finding the man to
Okay,
like
okay, man.
be committed to.
Oh, no. See, this is how we judge over here.
Mm-hmm. Tell
We
him,
don't
Kevin.
judge by dealing with dating. We judge in weddings. That's the only thing that counts. If you're not,
Females tend to confuse relationships with dating. They think this is the same thing. In their brain, they think if a guy's giving them attention and they're sleeping with, oh, I had those guys in my back pocket. But they're not proposing you. They're confused, those two things.
not married, you're losing.
Hmm.
See, that makes it real clear because you've had everything up to that point anyway, right?
I've been engaged.
Right. I don't count those either because women, especially a lot of black women, have been engaged for a long time 3, 4, 5 engagements. See, when you make it real clear, there's a high value man or whatever term you're using. Has any one of them married you? And the answer is no. And that's why I say the dating market is difficult because you're not an unattractive woman. Sure, a guy will take you out for a nice date. You really want to know what we think? How tall are you?
I'm 5'6". I weigh 115 pounds.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'd take you out. Oh hell yeah, I would take you
So I
out.
don't have a problem finding men taking
Of course
me out.
not. I
I've been
would,
on
but the thing
great
is, but what are you finding them for though? Yeah, I would take you out, get you a nice steak and some lobster. We'd have a good old time, and I would blow your back out, but I wouldn't marry you.
See, what I think I really have an issue
Ooh,
is
everything just went over her head.
like finding men that don't want like the superficial. Like most, I feel like the type of guys like they just
They're
want a
not
woman that like looks good on their arm. Like
Yes.
just
so, like when you
Hold
say
on,
things
listen. Let me stop,
validate,
stop,
I've been
stop,
on
stop,
like
stop, stop,
thousand
stop, 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 stop right there. Yes, that's what we want because that's who we are. And you want a
Yeah,
man,
that's the problem I have with dating.
but
That's
but
why I don't
listen,
feel like
listen, listen,
oh,
listen,
okay.
listen.
Listening.
You want men not to be men. You want men to think like women. That's not what we value, ma'am. We want a beautiful woman on our arm.
Yeah,
And
that's the problem.
well,
no.
no, you're the problem.
I'm the
Because
problem.
yes, you're the problem because I'm telling you what men want. You've experienced what men want and you've got a problem with it. That's your problem.
Mm.
We're not going to change. You're either going to get on board with it or you will die alone.
So what should
Stranger. This is where people will say, "Oh, it's not what he's saying, but he's delivered." How much clear you want him to deliver the message? It's pure facts and pure truth. It's just that they don't like that truth. The truth for them is like scratchy cats in their ears. That's what it is.
I be looking for then?
Well, honestly, first you need to get down and understand that you have no leverage. You have no leverage in this matter. It's the men. We control access to relationships. You control access to sex. You need to understand what a man that you would want, what he would want in a girlfriend, wife, or significant other.
Like a good mother,
No, ma'am. No,
a
no, no,
good
no, ma'am. No,
wife.
that changes from every man. That changes from man to man. Where's your father?
Oh, I didn't grow up with a mother or a father.
All right. So, due respect, you don't seem to get that men judge the way we judge. And yes, like I said, you have no problem getting men to pay you attention. You've got no problem attracting men, but
Yeah.
getting a man to take you seriously. And would you like to be married?
I would.
Okay, and that's a problem because you're asking a man to become a stepfather.
And we already did the video about stepfather, and there was a lot of folks. Thank you so much for just commenting that, and they told us their experience. And some of the recommendations were like, if she's not okay, just allowing, correcting your kids, be the man of the house. It's a uphill battle. And there's a lot of truth to stepfathers in regards to their reality. They have zero control in those kids. So that means that the guy that has to come and be a stepfather to this family, he has zero leverage. Zero. So he has to accommodate everything that is surround his life to her kids.
You're asking me, let's say you're asking me to come in and take care of one man's child, a man's two children.
It's not his.
I didn't create those. It's all downside. I've been a stepfather. It's a horrible deal.
What about the men that have children of their own? They want a stepmother.
That's different.
Well, again, you still act as
like
though
most men at this age.
Okay, listen. I'll answer it. See, you're still speaking as if you have leverage in this thing. And I'm trying to level set you. Even if I have children, I got more options than you. I can go find a woman with no kids because I can afford both of you. If I can afford to take care of you and your kids, I can afford to take care of her and no kids.
Yeah.
Why would I pick you and your kids when I know your kids are not going to, I'm not their father. They'll never look at me as their father. I got all the responsibility and none of the upside of being a biological father. Can I discipline those children like they were my own?
They don't need discipline. They're
I
very
see.
great
That's
for
your
me.
problem. There
There
you
we
go,
go.
right there. She said they
They
don't need
really
discipline.
don't.
Okay, this
My
is
kids
why.
are so
This is
great.
why. This is you're in freaking sane if you don't think children, your kids are not special. They need discipline just like anyone else. Maybe you don't. Okay. Then this is the problem. They don't need discipline. So the answer is, could I discipline the child?
Yeah.
Okay, without you questioning me.
Yeah. If I choose you as my partner, like
Okay.
have complete trust in you, and
Okay,
like
so
I
I
love greatly.
could spank the children.
10, they don't need spanked.
No. I could spank the see right there. I said I could discipline children. You said yes.
Spanking. Oh
Pay
Lord.
attention, woman.
I
Mm.
am.
You said I could discipline the children
Yes.
without you questioning me. Yes. So if I decide to spank them, I gotta listen to your mouth because they don't need it. That's why you need to stay single until your kids are gone. That's the choice you made when you reproduced, ma'am.
That means when they're gone and you select a guy, you have to select the guy for what it is. Does that mean the guy has, let's say, he already have 6 kids, and he was other 1 kids? He will have you around. He will not marry you. He will still have you around until he finds another woman. That's how it goes. Because you already gave to the first man the most important value, which was to give him kids, 2 kids.
And I need you ladies to understand something. You going out here having babies without marriage and then breaking up with men, you incur consequences. We don't want those kids around us because we cannot take care of them, cannot discipline them. We don't want to have to put up with all this other stuff. You're a fun woman. Guys look at you and be like, she's got 2 kids and she's 5'6", 115. She's a lot of fun. She's obviously sexually active. I'll have a good time with you, but no way, not no way, but very unlikely the man's going to take you seriously, especially when you start talking. Because I believe what you're telling me is honestly, and I'm like, who wants this deal?
Who doesn't want this deal? A beautiful woman that is a great mother, has a
Right.
great career.
Okay.
I'm
Don't
not
care
like
don't care about your career.
Man.
strong. Like I'm submissive.
Nobody.
I will
But listen,
clean,
did you
I will
did you
cook,
hear what I just
will
said? Did you?
She's saying she's submissive while they're over talking. You're not listening.
wash
Oh
it.
my God.
Okay. Did you hear what I just said? Don't care about your career.
Yeah,
The
no,
thing
I
is,
understand that.
ma'am,
Most
it's the
men
2
don't.
kids. That's the 2 kids. Everything you're saying does not overcome the deficit that 2 children bring.
I mean, like you have money, that doesn't matter to you
If you have what?
financially. I said you have money, that doesn't matter to you
I have
financially.
more.
You
I
have
have
what?
I have more.
More.
More money. I have more money than you. I have more
I
money than
understand that.
I have more money, and I can go over there and get her. And she's 25. And she has no kids, and I don't have to I don't have to deal with any of the stuff we just talked about. She's 25, agreeable, cooperative, fit, and ready to get on my program. Have butt naked, freaky circus sex, and she's happy to be there and experience all these new things. I'm dealing with a 30-year-old woman who's got
What about
her mind.
connection?
Listen, okay. See, when this conversation is over, I go back to my wonderful life. You go back to your life still trying to figure these things out, and I'm just trying to help you, lady.
Oh, good point.
I'm not
Good
saying
point.
you're not everything
Don't
you're saying
try to
you
settle
are.
down for the next
She says she's submissive and she's being very aggressive right now. You can't make this stuff up. So listen, folks. Listen, fellas.
8 years, basically.
But you're not okay. And who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I mean, I got options.
Who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I got options. I
that's
just
not
don't
the
really
question.
Ma'am,
like them.
you
Listen.
didn't no, that would be a fiance. See, this is where the truth comes in. You can either ma'am, you don't have these kind of options. And
I
I'm
do
trying to
have
explain. Okay. Then you wouldn't be here. If you actually had options of the kind and caliber of man that you want, then they were really considering you to be their wife, you wouldn't be here right now.
Good point.
I know. I'm just kind of like learning about. I mean, I'm new here, so this is literally like my first time like really
Well,
watching
but the thing
video.
is, ma'am, you're still a you're a baby mama of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And are you telling me you're dating someone seriously?
Oh, I always have options.
What the hell
I'm
she's
going to
talking
ask
about?
you one more time, and if you are vague, I'm going to bid you a good night. Just asking you, are
There we
you
go. You have to put them in their place. You see how she just like damn man, this is a good one. This is a good one.
dating someone seriously?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been seeing one another?
It's been like 2 years.
Where's the ring?
2 years.
Where's the ring?
Has he expressed any desire to make you his wife?
Yes.
Has he taken you ring shopping in the last 2 years?
We've been ring shopping, yeah.
When?
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
But
So
just think the guy.
why are you calling the show though? This is where I don't understand. Why if you already had this figured out, why are you calling the show?
That like really just like sparks like
Doesn't make sense,
my
folks.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel like someone I want to be with forever. So that's
So
more
I
so on
go
my
back to
part.
the
That's on
first
my
thing I
part.
asked you. Are you telling me you are seeing someone and the man who's actively considering you is the man you want to be with? And you said, I've got
No.
options. And you just went through this convoluted way of getting back down to, I got
It's hard
somebody
to
in the,
explain my love life.
well, no, ma'am. What it is it's hard for you to deal with the truth. What it is one, you don't have a man that you want considering you to be his wife.
There we go.
You got a man that you don't want who sounds like he would take you, but you don't want to marry him. That's why it's been 2 years. This is why you're on here trying to figure it out. And I'm only trying to help you, but it seems like you'd rather argue or be right than listen.
No, I'm not trying to argue.
Okay, well then I need you to understand that your children are a massive impediment. How about this? Would you like to have additional children?
I would.
How many?
Oh, maybe 2? 1 to 2.
So let's say you and I were to get married, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What you automatically set up is you get pregnant on our wedding night and you give birth to Kevin Jr. Then a year after that, you give birth to Kim. Kevin and Kim are my biological children with you, right?
Okay.
Then I still have to take care of your 2 other children, right?
So we have 4.
4 kids in the house.
Yeah.
Kevin and Kim are mine. If I decide to spank Kevin, you can't say shit to me because he's mine biologically. You can't tell me, listen, okay, you're going to sit there and zip your mouth and let me get through the example before you say something. Can you do that? Give me a minute.
And she said she's submissive, bro. And she's not being she's being very aggressive to someone that she doesn't even know. But what she's doing is testing. That's a test. For those that did PUA, this is basically a chat test. She's chat testing him, basically.
Kevin and Kim are mine. They're my financial responsibility, and you cannot pull the mommy card on me because biologically you can't one up me. Mm-hmm. You can't play the high joker. You can't say those aren't. But when it comes to your children, they're your children. I've got to discipline them in line with what you think is right. So I got 2 sets of kids in the house under 2 sets of rules.
That's bad.
That's madness.
That's bad.
I've seen it. Men don't want that, man.
That's very bad.
Can you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with having children already. Because you would have 2 kids by me, 2 kids over here. But yet, if they want to go to college, I'm still supposed to pay for it. If your children want to go to college, I got to put a roof over their head, food in their bellies, and provide for them just like I was providing for Kevin and Kim. Except Kevin and Kim, let's say you and I divorced. Kevin and Kim are mine. I still got visitation. Do I necessarily have anything with those kids? If you decide not to let me see my stepkids, you could cut that bond. You ladies never think of it from a man's side. It's all
Mm-hmm.
what you want. And like you said, you want a man to not be into all this superficial stuff and which means you really don't give a damn what we think.
Good
We're
point.
just supposed to come in and do what you need.
And we've been having this vision of the female lens in relationships, right? For the last 60 to 70 years. This is the first time where now we see the male side of the story. And it's having a lot of clashes.
That's fine, but you better be offering a hell of a deal. And I've yet to hear that.
Only because of the kids.
Well, the kids are big, ma'am. They are big. I mean, and here's the thing. You do have the option because you say only cause of the kids, but that's a big deal.
Would you date so you dating a woman with children is like off the table for you?
I married a woman with a child, ma'am. I understand what I'm talking about. I'm not just doing. No, I would not date a woman with a child. No, I would not.
Gotcha.
I've been there. And the thing is, where's the children's father?
Oh, I left him.
Where is he alive?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is he involved in the children's life at all?
Yeah.
Then if you really are serious,
Go back to him.
give custody to the father.
Oh.
Go off with your new husband and make a new family.
Oh, that's a good point. Why are they not giving the custody to the father and that way they can find that high value guy? Because the problem is, and I can understand why, one of the problems is that they have to deal with the baby daddy. And again, I have a cousin that had that problem where he has a lot of fights, like fist fights, with the baby daddy when he used to be with a single mom. And now that I'm older, I would understand why the baby daddy would just have fights with the guy. Here you have a guy that is now under the roof of the female that gave 4 to 5 kids to this guy, and now that man is in that roof. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention.
See,
Oh, I couldn't do that.
well, then guess what? Buy a dog and wait till they're out of the house, man, because I've talked about women like you all the time. You're not willing to give anything up. I asked you about discipline. They don't need this. They don't need that. Give up custody. Can't do that. Ma'am, you're not fit. I mean, no disrespect, ma'am, but you're not really fit to be with somebody. You want someone to fit into your particular jagged life. And why would a man who has options choose that? Just because you're attractive? I mean, you're attractive, but in LA, that's a dime a dozen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, you'd have to understand that, though.
I do know that, but I think I'm more valuable than just the way I look.
What?
I said I'm definitely more valuable than just my looks.
Granted. I'm never saying that you're not.
Like I'm from the Midwest. I'm a good Midwestern girl. I'm not a LA girl, so I'm not.
I'm from Oklahoma, ma'am. I'm from the Midwest too. But what I'm saying is, okay, let's try it this way.
I know. I hear you.
What would the kind of man that you want? What would he want from a woman? From a wife.
From a wife,
Mm-hmm.
he would. I think what I value, like just at the end of the day, is just like pure connection. Like, do I like love? It's just love. There's nothing else. Like,
nope.
Do I want this person? Do I look up to this person?
This is what they always do. You're gonna notice this when they ask this question to the female. Most of the time, she will go back to what she wants. Listen.
Person is, do I feel like this person is a good person? Is, do we share the same values? Is, the same morals? Like, is there laughter, joy, excitement in our relationship?
What does he want from a
What does he want? Not what you want. She's missing the point.
Wife, ma'am, and you gave me.
Oh, what does he want from like just a wife? Like maybe just a good housewife, a woman that cooks for him.
Okay, ma'am. So let me ask you a question. Were your mother and father married?
No.
All right. Then you were not raised to be a housewife.
No, I don't think I would. Definitely was not raised to be no housewife. That's for sure. But I
Listen,
can't give up on that
listen.
hope and that dream that I'll
Look,
find the right
if you,
person.
I'm gonna slap the smack out of you. I'll let you go, man. But you cannot overtalk me. I try to
Not
be
trying.
nice, man, but you're not gonna do that.
The aggressiveness,
Look,
man.
you weren't raised to be a housewife. And you just said the kind of man that you would want, what he would want is a good housewife. Then he wouldn't want you because you're not one.
Good point.
By your own admission, you're not one.
I wasn't raised to be one,
Which means you're not one.
but I had great influences. My
Then-
aunt,
No. It's a skill. Being a housewife is a skill that is earned and need to be practiced not only once in a month, every day, every hour. I don't choose to not be a father and a husband whenever I want. No, that's a 24/7 role. And it requires my 100%. And that is because I saw my father had to be a father. My two parents were together. And they're still together. It's not easy. But that's your role because my role is to be a father and I saw it. It's not easy.
If you had such great influences,
I-
why someone met?
Damn. He was not playing, man.
What you just witnessed was pretty privilege.
Ooh, interesting.
She's used to getting by on her above average looks,
Yeah.
but she's got below average outcomes. And no matter how I tried to talk to her, she's going to sit there and stamp her feet because she was going to get her way. I'm not trying.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. And this is from a perspective of a guy that already was a stepfather. And the fact that she said in the beginning that she was a submissive person, but just see how she acts, how she just delivered herself during the conversation, and clearly she was not submissive. Anything to do with submissiveness, right? Very aggressive, combative, right? And this has to do with the fact that there has to be some egos related to her job. She probably have a career job, like a sales job or something, that really inflates her ego a little bit, where she can think that she might be deserved of something better. But in reality, we already know. Nice breakdown for the Godfather. Yeah. Right. There's nothing else to say here. He really tried, but she was not willing to just get that important advice. And this is where I come and I say, because if your ego is the one that's not allowing you to just admit your own mistakes, with a professional, maybe this was the only advice that you're going to receive through your life to make some changes. And you just blew it. You blew it because you wanted to hear yourself. She wanted to hear herself. Sadly, she looked like a very nice lady. The way she was talking, very soft. But then those are the surface attributes. As soon as you start talking or let her talk, that's when you realize, like, oh, these people need therapy. They need a journal at least and start writing whatever they need to write down. Sadly. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you like to subscribe. If you want to donate in the channel, I'm going to leave the links down below. In the meantime, I will see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.